Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Climate Dispatch. My name is Lauren Hierl. I'm the Director of Vermont Conservation Voters and thrilled to be joined today by Katie Thomas, Senior Policy Advisor to Senator Bernie Sanders, and Johanna Miller from Vermont Natural Resources Council. Thanks both for being here. So a lot of really exciting news from this week to report, and that was both federal and state level action on climate that are really exciting things to build on. And so we're of course going to hear from Katie about what has been happening in Washington, D.C. with the new day. So I can start off with a brief overview of highlights from the state level, and then we'll wrap up with Joey. So the biggest thing this week was really the governor's budget address here at the state level. So really for the first time, Governor Scott put out in his budget address a priority around climate action and the opportunity that we all know that this provides to rebuild our state in ways that are going to help Vermonters save money on their monthly energy bills, put people to work, and do our part on the climate crisis. So it was exciting to see things like a $25 million investment in weatherization, something that, for a long time we've been calling for, a big influx in that. It also put money in for low and moderate income access to renewable energy, investments in transportation solutions like electric vehicles and more fuel efficient vehicles for low income Vermonters, boosting downtown transportation and other initiatives that help people avoid having to get in cars in the first place. So a whole suite of policies that are really, a lot of ideas that we've been supporting and hoping for action on for years. So we're going to be calling on the legislature to maintain these commitments, build on it. We're so grateful to Senator Sanders and our federal delegation for making possible this kind of proposal, because this is really building on the money that's been coming in from the federal government. One thing I did want to note, a lot of this work, this from the governor are like one-time investment proposals because of the federal dollars that are coming in. We really want to look at ways that we can both do this influx now, but also build for long-term investments in these programs. So that will be part of our work. We'll keep you posted on as the months roll out in the legislative session. But those are really the highlights here. And I would love to now turn it over to Katie Thomas to share what has been going on in DC. We've been hearing a lot of exciting news from the Biden administration and what the Senate has been up to. So fill us in, Katie.
Yes, it is a new day in America. We are very excited here in DC to watch the Biden administration take very serious and legitimate action starting on day one, literally. Then that's helping, I think, frame the conversation that we're having in the Senate about what opportunities we have in the legislature. So we probably expect to see another COVID package. We know that they're going to try to put something together on a bipartisan basis. If we are unable to come together for a package that could get 60 votes, then there's a process through the Senate that it limits what you can do, but it also makes it easier to pass legislation. It's called reconciliation, and it only takes a simple majority instead of a supermajority in the Senate. And so that'll be like the first package. Then we're going to have the impeachment trial begin on February 8th. So that's going to lock up the Senate's ability to do other business for a little while. And then the third thing we'll expect to see in the Senate is a climate and infrastructure package. And we don't have details from the Biden administration yet about what they see, but we do have from the campaign top line commitments on, like, for example, $2 trillion on climate and infrastructure. So again, I think they'll try to put something together on a bipartisan basis. And if we aren't able to do that, we will use the reconciliation tool again. Senator Sanders is the chairman of the budget committee. So that means that he is going to be shepherding reconciliation packages through that process. So we definitely are seeing that he's going to have a leverage to make sure that these packages include very serious investments for the American people. As far as that goes, I mean, I would say it kind of limits what we can do. Reconciliation limits what we can do, but we'd have plenty of programs we know we love. There's lots of different ways. Like, I mean, the state's ability to take action based on existing programs that the federal government is using to get dollars down to the state is something that we can pretty easily continue. And we look forward to talking with any of you who might have ideas about programs that we should be focused on, or any ideas that you might have for us. And I thank you very much for inviting me here to talk to you today.
Thank you, Katie. I really appreciate your time. We know how crazy busy you are, but it's really great to just get that update. It does seem like a new day in this moment, so it's really exciting. It is long overdue, and it is really important. And so just to wrap up, to say, a huge thanks to Governor Scott for recognizing the need and the opportunity in investing in climate, and potentially, I think, the biggest way I've seen him do yet. And that's going to have huge benefits in terms of all the different programs that Lauren noted, also helping to spur more investments in affordable housing as we still struggle through this pandemic, making sure that our fellow Vermonters, vulnerable Vermonters are housed, and that they are living in clean, efficient, safe places in this moment and into the future. So really exciting things happening. We are very much looking forward to working in partnership with the Scott administration, with the legislature, and certainly our fantastic congressional delegation, who is a liaison to the new Biden administration, and all the work that's happening with a new leadership team stood up in the Biden administration, really focused critically on climate action, on climate justice, on environmental justice. It feels like a whole new day. There is a recognition of the need and the serious opportunity in doing this work. So 2 things that I would suggest, if you are able and interested, is just send a quick note to Governor Scott. Thank him for what he has committed to in his budget package, and let him know you support him, and as a place to build upon this really important, needed investment. We're going to stay tuned, work through, track the legislative process to ensure those dollars, again, as Lauren noted, for potentially low-income community solar, deep investments in weatherization, transportation, transformation, and much more. So the process is not done. We'll keep you abreast of that. Maybe we'll certainly also invite you to share your ideas with Katie and the Sanders team, potentially also Haley. So maybe we can put your email addresses in the follow-up. We'll put a note to contact Governor Scott, thank him for his important commitment in this moment, and to standing up the newly created Climate Council and ensuring we embed this climate work, this climate justice work into our lives and our programs and our state government in a way that we never have before. So big change afoot. Thank you so much for joining us on our Climate Dispatch. Follow #ActOnClimateVT and follow us. And thanks for all you do in your communities and beyond. So more soon. Stay warm, stay healthy, and enjoy the sun. See ya. Thanks all.